There's an old saying, there's nothing wrong with a car that more horsepower won't make better, and this is certainly the case with the upcoming 2016 Golf R, which will put out 292 horsepower. But how about a Golf R 400 that puts out, well, you guessed it, 400 horsepower, and that is coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. Almost everything you ever wanted to know.
So very excited to show here this Golf R 400 concept car. It basically goes one step ahead of the Golf R, which will coming in spring 2015. The Golf R, which will come to the market, already has 292 horsepower out of a 2-liter directly injected engine, bringing up to 155 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. So this is already one of the fastest hot hatches in the market. The Golf R 400 goes one further steps using the same engine and shows what is technical feasible in a very serious oriented concept. So it uses the same 2-liter engine, the EA888 as we call it, but with additional changes to the piston, etc. We bring out 400 horsepower out of this car. That's why the name is Golf R 400. Okay. And this results, together with the same 4-motion drivetrain that we have in the Golf R, results in 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. And what we bring out of this engine, 400 horsepower out of a 2-liter engine, means 200 horsepower per liter. This is a ratio that you only find otherwise in supercars. So it is basically the same engine. It just uses the way the valve and the pistons and the cooling is done. Yeah, it uses stronger weights and a more coolant basically version. And that one was going it to the extreme. But it shows also that Golf R engine, how much potential it has. But otherwise very close to the Golf R that's already coming into the market in spring.
What about the transmission?
This one is also a DSG. Yeah. As I mentioned already, 4-motion drivetrain in there with the newest what we call Haldex coupling that basically defines how the torque is being split between 4-motion front and rear wheel drives. So you can have either 50-50, or when you're just cruising around for fuel efficiency, it puts basically 100% to the front wheel drive.
And what about suspension? Is it lowered a little bit?
It's the same lowering as the Golf R. The Golf R is 0.8 inches lower than the regular Golf. Yeah? It uses the same version. The body is widened compared to the Golf R, so 0.8 inches on both sides to give it a more than impressive looks, and also to have the wheels are offset. It's the same 19-inch wheels you find on the Golf R, but with a larger offset in there.
And what about the weight? Was that work done to lighten the weight?
Yeah, so this car uses first certain carbon elements in the inside. You find that also not only for exterior, for design, also in the interior of the car and on the engine hood, etc. And it uses one of the most lightweight basically transmissions in the industry. And this results in a weight of less than 1,400 kilos. This one uses a 6-speed transmission. The GTI Roadster uses a 7-speed transmission.
And right now this car is a concept only?
Yes. It is a concept, but it is not as extreme. It uses some design elements, of course, with the yellow and with the carbon parts, but it is very closely oriented on the already existing Golf R. So in terms of the transmission, the 4-motion drivetrain that it uses, it's very close related. It's just a little faster. The Golf R, 4.9 seconds 0 to 60, 155 max, and this one 3.9 seconds 0 to 60, 172 max. In terms of the design elements, what you see, so we used that car. It has a different, unique silver flake color, as we said that. We have this yellow lemon called design elements that go around the corner, and also it uses part of our motorsports experience, which we learned in WRC or etc. You see it has a going around splitter from the front and from the rear to the rear. And in the rear it differentiates also, it uses some halo elements. It has this dual exhaust in the middle, which we used on our first Golf R32 coming into the market. Yeah? The front also uses some elements of the G60 rally car with a larger air intake than also the honeycomb design that you find in the GTI. So some styling elements, race shell seats, yeah, but otherwise very closely to the Golf R coming into the market.
Is production feasible? I mean, is that the point?
We're looking into it. We wanted to show we first have our exciting Golf R that we currently bring in and demonstrate here what is possible, but in a realistic way. And of course, we're looking into feasibility.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You saw it first on the Fast Lane car.